For over a century, we've been told a simple, brutal story. A massive asteroid struck the Earth 66 million years ago, and in a flash of fire and fury, the dinosaurs were gone. A cosmic accident, a bad day for the giants. But what if that story, the one we all learned in school, is wrong? What if the evidence points to something far more complex, something that changes not just our understanding of the past, but our vision for the future? Brace yourselves, because new findings, set to be unveiled in 2025, are about to rewrite history. It all starts not with a bang, but with a whisper buried deep beneath the waves of the Gulf of Mexico. For decades, the Chicxulub crater has been the smoking gun, the definitive proof of the asteroid impact. It's a scar on our planet, over 100 miles wide, a tombstone for an entire era. Geologists and paleontologists have studied it relentlessly, drilling core samples, analyzing iridium layers, and building a timeline of destruction that seemed irrefutable. The impact triggered megatsunamis, global wildfires, and a nuclear winter that choked the planet in darkness, starving the dinosaurs into extinction. It was a clean, if tragic, narrative. But science is never truly settled. On the fringes, a few persistent researchers kept noticing inconsistencies, little details that didn't quite fit the grand catastrophic story. For instance, why did some smaller non-avian dinosaurs seem to survive for thousands of years after the impact? Fossil records from places like the Hell Creek Formation in Montana showed a few stubborn holdouts. These were dismissed as dead clades walking, zombie lineages doomed to extinction, but clinging on for a short while. It was a neat explanation, but it felt a little too convenient for some. Then came Dr. Eris Thorne and his team at the Oceanic Institute. Thorne wasn't a paleontologist. He was a deep-sea geologist, an expert in underwater volcanic systems. His team was using new, ultra-higher-resolution sonar to map the seafloor around the Chicxulub crater, looking for data on modern climate change indicators. What they found instead would send shockwaves through the scientific community. About 500 miles west of Chicxulub, hidden beneath layers of sediment, their sonar painted a picture of something impossible: another crater. It was smaller, about 20 miles in diameter, but its geological signature was eerily similar. They named it the Nader crater, after the seamount it was found near. Initial dating was tricky, but the surrounding rock layers suggested it was formed at almost the exact same time as Chicxulub. The first theory was simple. The Chicxulub asteroid broke apart as it entered the atmosphere. And Nader was just a piece of shrapnel, a fascinating footnote, but not a story changer. But Dr. Thorne wasn't convinced. The angle of impact, the shape of the crater, it all felt different. He secured funding for a daring mission to drill into the heart of Nader. This is where our story takes a turn. The mission, dubbed Project Chimera, launched in early 2024. For months, the world watched with bated breath as the drill ship battled harsh ocean currents, slowly boring its way into the planet's crust. Finally, they reached the impact layer. What they pulled up was not what they expected. The core samples from Nader were bizarre. Yes, there was shocked quartz and melted rock, clear signs of an impact. But mixed within it were elements and isotopic ratios that had never been seen in any meteorite on Earth. They didn't match Chicxulub. They didn't match anything. It was alien, but a different kind of alien. The chemical composition was almost artificial. It contained trace amounts of processed refined rare earth metals, structured in a way that defied natural formation. Panic and excitement rippled through Thorne's team. They ran the tests again and again. The results were the same. The Nader object wasn't a simple rock. It was something constructed. Simultaneously, another team of paleontologists, re-examining those zombie dinosaur fossils with new technology, made a parallel discovery. They found microscopic metallic particles embedded deep within the fossilized bones of a small, raptor-like dinosaur that lived ** after * the Chicxulub impact. These particles were a perfect match for the strange alloys found in the Nader crater. The pieces started to click into place, forming a picture so wild it sounded like science fiction. The full report, embargoed until its official publication in 2025, proposes a radical new timeline. Here's the story the evidence now tells. 66 million years ago, our solar system passed through a dense interstellar debris field. Earth was bombarded not by one asteroid, but by a swarm of them over a period of several thousand years. The Chicxulub impact was just the first and largest blow. It was devastating, wiping out an estimated 75% of life. The age of dinosaurs was indeed ending. But it wasn't the end of the story. In the aftermath, as the dust began to settle, another object entered Earth's atmosphere. This was the Nader object. It wasn't an asteroid, it was a probe. An automated extraterrestrial vessel, perhaps drawn by the massive energy release of the Chicxulub impact, or perhaps just on a long-planned survey mission. It wasn't a ship full of little green men, but an advanced piece of autonomous technology. And its mission, it seems, was observation and preservation. The probe witnessed a world in ruin, an ecosystem collapsing, and it did something extraordinary. It deployed a series of smaller nanotechnological machines. These weren't weapons, they were lifeboats. The metallic particles found in the dinosaur fossils. They were part of a sophisticated medical and genetic repair system. The probe wasn't there to conquer, it was there to help. It targeted the survivors, the small, resilient creatures scrabbling to exist in a post-apocalyptic world. It identified the last remaining non-avian dinosaurs, the ones clinging to life, and attempted to save them. It wasn't a grand, sweeping act of terraforming. It was a targeted, compassionate intervention, a cosmic act of kindness. The probe tried to repair their radiation-damaged DNA, heal their injuries, and give them a fighting chance. But the planet was too broken. The environment was too toxic. The probe's efforts were ultimately a failure. The last of the dinosaurs still died out, their ecosystems irrevocably shattered. The probe itself damaged upon entry or perhaps at the end of its operational life, eventually crashed into the ocean, forming the Nader crater. Its mission was over. It left behind only faint traces, an oddly shaped crater on the ocean floor, and microscopic metallic dust in the bones of the very creatures it tried to save. It was an act of intergalactic compassion, lost to time, a secret kept by the Earth for 66 million years. So what does this all mean for us? It means the story of the dinosaurs isn't just about death. It's also about a fleeting moment of hope. It means that in the vast, seemingly empty cosmos, the first confirmed contact with alien intelligence wasn't an invasion, but an attempt to render aid. This discovery changes our place in the universe. We are not just the product of blind luck, the descendants of the mammals who survived while the dinosaurs perished. We are the inheritors of a planet that was once visited by a silent, benevolent observer. It suggests that compassion might be a universal constant, that the impulse to help, to preserve life, isn't unique to us. The 2025 revelation won't just be a footnote in paleontological textbooks. It will be a turning point for humanity. It tells us that when we look up at the stars, we shouldn't just see a void. We should see the possibility of connection, of empathy. The day the dinosaurs died was also the day the Earth was touched by an incredible, selfless act. Their story is no longer just a tragedy. It's an inspiration. It's a message across the eons, telling us that even in the face of absolute catastrophe, there is hope, and that we are not, and perhaps never have been, truly alone. Thanks for watching. If this story blew your mind, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you unmiss our deep dive into the 2025 report when it drops. Until next time, keep looking up.